Hey, all my harmonizing friends, I'm back home. Everything went well for surgery. Ouch! I'm sorry, that hurts. I got a new friend right there. It's swollen. But we are recovering. Deborah's going to be with me for the first week, and after that, 6 weeks, actually longer, for the recovery time with some restrictions on water intake, only 2 liters a day. But we're doing fine. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. I love you. Take care. Hopefully I was able to show you the first post, but that was me about last week, the day after surgery. That's right, I had surgery recently because I have congestive heart failure. I was diagnosed with it back in 2016. Last year, I noted that my condition was beginning to get worse. Usually, I'm out in the garage. I'm out filming something, recording, not next filming. I'm old school. Usually I'm outside working on the car, but what I've experienced because of my heart failure was increased difficulty in doing all types of physical labor. I have orthostatic hypertension, which means that when I would get down onto the ground to get on a creeper or even to perform works like chalking the airplane tires at work, my blood pressure would drop. And when I'd stand up, it would drop as well. I began to experience that far more frequently, so that necessitated me going to my cardiologist. He performed a series of MRIs on my heart to measure my ejection fraction. Now, that's a measure of how efficiently the upper chamber of my heart is pumping oxygenated blood out to my body, my organs, the things that keep you alive, that keep you going, that sustain you. You know some basic physiology, all right? My ejection fraction years ago was actually not too bad. It was in the high 60s when we started this journey. Upon my complaint, the MRI showed that my ejection fraction was measured at 30. 4 weeks later, another MRI was performed to do a comparison, a baseline comparison, and my ejection fraction had fallen to 20. That prompted the cardiologist to recommend that I go see the electrophysiologist, cardiologist, and have this wonderful little device that you see right there, an ICD implanted in my heart. Yep, I have an implantable cardiac defibrillator in my chest as of right now. Now, let me give you some more background. The electrocardiologist told me when ejection fractions fall to 50, they usually install pacemakers. ICDs are usually installed when ejection fractions fall to 35. So, in order for me to feel some semblance of better, let's compound this by the fact that I've been living with atrial fibrillation. In other words, the upper chamber of my heart does not function, does not beat at a steady beat like most of you. It literally flutters. And at times, due to my pushing myself too hard or not having sufficient water or whatever, the AFib could get out of control. Nonetheless, I learned to live with it over the years and function fairly well up until about last year. As I said, it got difficult to do all types of things at work. um, I would be extremely fatigued from just conducting the regular task at work, and even to the point of just driving 15 miles, literally falling asleep on the drive home. And of course, once I got home, I had absolutely nothing left for my wife, Deborah. You know I love her. So Because of the atrial fibrillation, non-valvular atrial fibrillation, I was at a very high risk for stroke and heart attack, which they recommended having the ICD implanted to prevent the possibility of stroke and heart attack. So I have one right here that I carry with me. So right now I'm on restrictions. Nope, I'm in the comfortable chair, not in the garage, not underneath the car, not lifting anything heavy because I can't lift anything over 10 pounds or basically a gallon of milk with my left arm. And trust me, over the past week, Deborah has made sure I have done none of that at all. Boy, you get to find out what a mate really is sometimes in life. Now, mind you, we just finished up a bout of breast cancer for her and go right into this year, last year, literally in December, and then go into this year, of course, with the ICD being implanted in me. So I'm learning to live with the device after a week, not having to go to work because of the possibility of this thing, this, or the possibility that I could possibly simply pull the wire out of my heart just doing regular movements and stuff. So all the cautions were given to me, and I have given strict adherence to them. But I can report that I am doing far better than I have in the past. I feel much better. I'm actually ready to push this thing a little bit more. My device does pace my heart, and I'm beginning to learn and sort of feel the effects of it pacing from time to time. Most of the time, in fact, the majority of the time, I'm completely unaware of it doing so. Let me give you, for instance, in the mornings I would usually wake up and sit up on the side of the bed and have to wait and orient myself for the dizziness to go away before standing up and doing anything. Now I'm able to simply get up and very quickly. I'm not jumping out of bed now, and I'm not jumping up from a seated position either. But the dizziness is not there like it had been in the past. I'm actually sleeping through the night now, whereas in the past I would wake up literally suffocating because my heart does not pump water efficiently. Instead of pumping it to my kidneys, it goes to my lungs. So I would literally wake up with a suffocating sensation at night, or I would have to sleep in a nearly upright position or an inclined position just to be able to breathe like that, like any of the rest of you. So now I find myself getting an actual full night's sleep, waking up and actually able to even take a deep breath, which has been something I have not been able to do consistently in years. That I'm very, very happy for. So, in other words, I feel rested. I feel good. I feel like I'm ready to run a. No, no, I'm not going to be running any marathons anytime soon, but I feel like I could. But I am still taking it easy. This is just my second week with the device, learning how to live with it once again, and and not pushing it too hard. My device is by Medtronics. Now, it being an ICD, what will happen is if it detects a heart rhythm above, oh, let's just say 170 beats a minute, it's going to sound a tone, and 40,000 joules of electricity is going to hit my heart and stop it and restart it. Ooh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to that, and I hope it never happens. And thankfully, with a lot of people on YouTube who are living with these, they have reported that it's never happened. And of those that did, they report that it's like getting kicked in the chest by a horse. But the important thing is they're still here. And that's going to be the important thing for me as well. Having an ICD means that certain things I'm not going to be able to do. Not going to be able to drive commercially, so not that I wanted to, but I wanted to I wanted to do a little commercial venture using my trailer and possibly doing a little hot shotting. That's out, but I can drive for myself and I can haul my own trailer and whatnot. Um, so there are some restrictions. There are some things that you have to learn the limitations of legally and everything else. But overall, I am very happy with the results so far because I feel so much better. I I, I can't express to you how much better I feel physically and how much this mind is adjusting to this new possibility with this device that's implanted right here in my chest. Now, I am going to have to get some type of protective device to put over here because I have noted that riding in the car with the seatbelt over it, yeah, okay, I've been in the driver's seat twice, even though I'm not supposed to drive for a couple of weeks. But Deborah was with me. Um, but I did note that it rested directly on the device, which is you can even see through the shirt here that mine protrudes from my chest about half an inch. Now, imagine some of you young folks may not know about this, but imagine something the size of a pager, basically. That's what I have implanted in my chest with lead going into the right ventricle of my heart, where it will knit and stay in place. So hopefully, and these are all conditional types of things, um, keep it protected. And according to statistics, this battery, this lithium battery, lithium battery, you believe that? Yeah, maybe I watched too many videos of Teslas burning underwater. But yeah, I even have a lithium battery for the race car too. That thing is super light. But I've got one right here. It calculates at 15 and a half years right now before it has to be replaced. But that also depends on what type of pacing this thing has to do. Now, you can imagine the worse your condition, the more pacing that it does. Each shock delivers something and depletes the energy, will determine how long the battery lasts. So let's just say on average 10 to 15 years before a battery has to be replaced. So I'm counting on that. I really am. But everything is new. And we're going to play everything by the book and by how it feels. But that's the health update. So the car is sitting just like it was when you saw it last. And with the weight restriction on components, I'm glad I got some of the heavy stuff done, but what I had wished I could have had done, I cannot do, which is assemble the engine. Unless I do it all with my right hand, and I'm actually trying to figure out a way to do that. Oh, what about the professor? The professor's actually teaching school again. And this time he's going between two different colleges, plus he is enrolled in courses himself. So we're busy. We're busy. We're busy learning how to live. We're busy getting education. We're busy wanting to build that car out there and bring that stuff to you. Now, in the interim, there are some things that I am going to bring to you because there are some components out there that do meet my weight restriction that I'm able to work on. So when I get out in the garage and start doing those after about another week or so, I'm going to record those and bring them to you as well. Plus, I want to talk to you folks about a lot of things. About a lot of things. Show you some of the tools that I think are really good for your personal garage or your personal use, and also bring you something about why I think my particular truck, my 2500, 2005 2500 Silverado 6.0, is probably the best truck in the world. That ought to piss off a few people. No. But just follow along with me. So there are some things that I can do, that I'm able to do, that I'm going to commit to bringing to you in the near future. But in the meantime, I want to take it easy. Health and longevity requires it. Doctors demand it, and most importantly, Deborah, you know, that's my wife, and you know I love her, demands it too because she really wants me around. You can't beat that, folks. Can't beat it. So there you got it. There's the health update. A little bit of an explanation. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm rambling, but I wanted to come to you, give you an update. I'm still out here, and I'm glad you're still out there as well. I hope you're progressing on your projects. I hope you're planning more projects as well. And I hope you'll follow along with me as I go through this journey with this device and a new way of living and producing and enjoying life in a better and healthier state, thanks to technology and thanks to modern medicine. So, thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.